This is homework number 5, and we're going to solve problem 13. This is about as hard as these quadratic formula problems are going to get, so bear with me, hang on, watch this video twice, once just to watch and the second time to copy down what I'm doing. Get your quadratic formula card that you prepared, have that handy because we're going to refer to it often. Alright, our problem is 5a squared plus 2 equals a. Now, back in the preview videos for solving quadratic equations, I mentioned that we want to make sure our equation is in this form before we begin solving it. Otherwise, our a, b, and c values will not make sense. As I look at this problem, it doesn't look anything like ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. First of all, there's an a where we want an x, and so we don't confuse it with this a. Come with me as we rewrite this problem and replace the variable a with x. It doesn't matter what you call your variables, so this is perfectly legal to do. Now it's going to be a little bit easier to work with. Next, we're getting closer to this form, but notice all our terms aren't on one side, set equal to 0 on the other side. So first of all, put a 1 in front of this bare naked x. That's going to help us understand it better. And we're going to get this 1x off of this side and over here. So we leave just 0 over here, which is what we want. Here's how we're going to do that. We're going to subtract 1x from this side. What we do to one side of an equation, we must do to the other side. So over here I get 0, and here I can't really subtract 1x from either of these terms because they're not like terms. But I can rewrite my equation like this. Does that make sense? I'm subtracting 1x from this side of the equation. I just write it out instead of literally subtracting it from one of the terms. Okay, now I'm almost ready to start. My equation is in ax squared plus bx plus c form. X squared term, an x term, and a plain number set equal to 0. The next thing we need to do is list our a, b, and c values. Always, always do this. A, b, and c. So the a value is always the coefficient of the x squared term, the number being multiplied by x squared. So my a term is 5. My b term is the number multiplied by the x term. Now here I have to be careful. There's a minus sign in front of that 1. The formula calls for a plus sign. So I can think of this as plus a negative 1. Plus a negative 1. So my b value is negative 1. And my c value is the plain number hanging out here, so that is 2. Okay, we're going to be plugging these numbers into our quadratic formula now. So let's do that. Start with x equals, because we're trying to find the solution for x, and opposite of b comes first. Now notice how I say opposite of b. The opposite of our b value is positive 1, because b is negative 1. Then comes plus or minus, our square root sign, that same b value again, but this time squared. That's how I put it in parentheses. Then subtract 4 times our a value, 5, times our c value, 2. Now the 4 is always in the equation, or the formula that is, and the 5 and the 2 are my values for this particular equation. Now all that gets divided by 2 times my a value, and my a value is 5. Now in the next video we're going to learn how to finish this problem and simplify to find the two solutions. So tune in to part 2 of solving problem 13.